Hello YouTube, welcome to my house tour.
So sweet like sugar in my face. Sweet sugar in my face. Like sugar in my face. Smooth talking got you in my place, yeah.
My name is Brian Muchiri and welcome to my channel. Karibu sana if this is your first time being here, and welcome back if you've been here before and you've elected to come back. The last time that I did my live, most of you guys were telling me that I should consider doing a house tour video. And today I have some time. My mom is behind the camera and I thought, why not? We are going to shoot a short but detailed video about my house or my room, because it's a one-room house, and hopefully you are going to enjoy. But I want to give you two disclaimers. Number one, I still have a cold, so my voice is not yet back. So I might be sounding different to you. And disclaimer number two is that my house is a young man's house. So you might see some dust here and there, some disorganization here and there. Don't judge me too much, yeah? Don't judge me too much. I'm just trying my best. So we are going to go into the house right now, and we are going to show you a couple of interesting things that I have. And yeah, if you have any suggestions or critiques, or maybe some tips on what I should do to make my house a bit more beautiful, a bit more comfortable, or suggestions are welcomed. So let's go. So this is the entrance to my house. Very strong, sturdy door. I moved in here in the year 2016. So I've been here for 8 years. That is a very long time. In hindsight, it doesn't feel like I've been here for that long, but evidently I've been here for a very long time. So before we get into the house, just look at my flowers, my potted plants here. This is something that I'm very passionate about. I have flowers on both sides of my house. We have flowers on that side. We have flowers on this side. I don't know the official names or the scientific names of these flowers. These ones actually need some weeding out. I'm going to look for someone to help me with that. But they are beautiful. They weather the dry season, and we don't have to water them too much. So they work for this part of our country. So come in, let's see what is inside. So the first thing is my water dispenser here. I've not had it for a very long time. What is to say about it? Only the fact that I've not connected it. I don't know if you guys connect your water dispenser to the socket. Mine is disconnected since I bought it. It has the hot water and cold water, but I've never used that. I've never used that part of it. So the water in my house is always room temperature. I have these curtains here that my mom chose for me. I've had them since I moved into the house. You can see it's the theme around the house. It's brown and that bit of red or maroon. And then next is my wallpaper. That was installed by a friend's ex-girlfriend. Our friend's girlfriend. So this is I would say this is like the main part of the house in terms of decoration. It's something that I thought would make the room have a different vibe to it, because all the other colors are very similar, the browns and the maroons, but this is very different because I wanted it to be black and gray, because of most electronics are that color, and I felt like it would bring some vibrance, not really vibrance, but some vibe into the house. Coming here, we have this art piece, which was made and given to me by my mom. She was making them during COVID years when there wasn't a lot to do, and this is what she was doing to keep herself occupied. It's a beautiful piece of art that I like to keep and I like to showcase. I've never taken it off since it was put there. Something else is these beautiful flowers here. They were given to me by a friend on my 30th birthday. I have very similar flowers on my table, but these are newer. They are plastic, so they are easy to take care of, and you don't have to water them, of course. And they look beautiful for an extended period of time. So it's something nice to have in the house. Here we have a gift that was given to me by my friend Kwame. The word here is Dayo, and Dayo is peace in Kikuyu. So we always want peace of mind, peace of body, and peace with everybody else. So also a nice piece to have. This is my radio, the one that got fried. It's in the market. I want to sell it. So if you're interested in buying a radio that has been fried for parts or for anything else, feel free to reach out to me. It's a Sony 1000 watts. It breaks my heart that it's no longer working. I've had it for 3 to 4 years now, and I've tried to take it to the fundis. Nothing is working. So if you're interested, please reach out. The centerpiece, another centerpiece. It's not really a centerpiece, but my TV stand. It's black in color. I don't like furniture that has a lot of curves. I like sharp edges. So this one really fit in with the idea or with the vision that I had for my this area of the house. So this one I bought in the supermarket. I've had it for a couple of, maybe 2 or 3. No, actually it's almost 5 years now. And I bought it in a Walmart supermarket. The materials are not very strong. From the outside it might look very beautiful, but it's not sturdy. It's already starting to fall apart. And I don't know what you guys think about buying stuff in the supermarket versus buying them in having fundis make them for you. Do you have any views about that? Yeah. I know there are people, for instance, my mom believes that if you want to get something of quality, then you should just hire someone to make it for you. And that is what I did with my table. I hired someone to make this table for me, someone from Nakuru town. He came, he made the table and the bed, but we are going to get there in a few. It was a good job, but the painting left something to be desired, because the paint has been coming off within as the years have gone by. But again, I always feel like the table was made too big. I don't know what you think. I feel like the table is too big for the space. I don't know, it might be me overthinking it, but I feel like it could have been, maybe if it was smaller, it could complement the space a bit more. So when you come here, I want to show you something here on my TV stand. Here I have a record player that I bought a few years ago when I was going through some hard times in my life. So about this record player, I bought it on an online platform here in Kenya, Gigi. I bought it from someone in Nanyuki, I think, or was it in Nyeri? Maybe Nanyuki or Nyeri. Oh, I bought it from Kirinyaga. My mom has reminded me. I bought it from Kirinyaga for around 10,000, 8,000, 10,000 there. And I had really high hopes, because I thought I would be listening to it, but the quality wasn't that good, because it's very old. It's from the 70s. So with time it has grown old, and the sound quality is not the same. I was given some records by my friend Kwame as well. He had some extra ones, and he lent them to me, and yeah, it's still there. You can come and I can show you if you have never seen a record player, if you're into something like that. When you come here, we see I have a couple of photos. Oops. I have a couple of photos here. This is, you have heard me mention Kwame a few times. So this is Kwame myself and Vivian when we were shooting the video for Weka Wega. That is Kome's song, and you can see the video, and I will link it in the description. That is the video that I was involved in, one of the characters in that video, and I also contributed as a writer of this for the script of the video. And then here you see another picture that was given to me as a gift during my travels in Minnesota. That is Erica's husband, Jody, myself, and my dad. We were in Target Field, which is in Minneapolis. We had gone to see a baseball game between the Twins and another team. I tried my best to understand and to learn how baseball works, but it's a hard game to understand. I think I'll just stick to soccer and marathon and athletics, the sports that we are best known for. Okay, we will see my book collection, my sort of small library here. It consists of books that are mine, books that have been given to me as gifts. When I get time, I'm not a very avid reader, but when I get time and my mind is in the right state, I'm able then to indulge into a good book, and it is something that I enjoy. What next? You come here to my working space. Oh, this is the Starlink. The white thing there is the Starlink router. So that is what I've been using. As this video is being recorded, I have used Starlink for 1 month now. And what I would say about Starlink is that for that 1 month, I've only had maybe 1 day of one instance of internet downtime, which is a great improvement compared to the previous internet supplier that I had. So if you ask me what I prefer between Starlink and the local providers, I would say Starlink, even though it's a bit more expensive, but I feel like I'm willing to pay more for better quality of internet. But that is just my 2 cents. Not everybody is thinks that way. So this is my table. When I initially moved in here in this house in 2016, this was my first piece of furniture. So the entire room did not have any furniture besides my bed and now this table. This was a gift from my mom, and as you can see, it was designed for me to go under it using my wheelchair, and I could do many things whilst I was under here. So I can come here, I can eat, I can work on my computer, I can maybe even read a book. Even let's say I want to have a short nap, I can have a short nap that way. In everybody's house, there's that one chair where you place all your dirty clothes and even your clean clothes. Now this table is the version of that. So this is where I put everything, and I want to say sorry for the mess because it has a lot of things here. So this is my TheraBand that I use to exercise from time to time. This is my ring light that I use for meetings when I have Zoom meetings and maybe the light is not good. It's just a good stand to have. And then this is the Pretheler. This is the Pretheler of medical supplies, skin supplies. So this is the oil that we use to do massages in the morning. We do massages and physiotherapy in the morning, and this is something that my mom got me the other day. Sweets, we call them patkos here in Kenya. I don't know if you have them wherever you are. So we have powder, we have lotions, we have oils, perfumes, toothpaste and all that. And then this is my laptop. I've had it a few years. It's a Lenovo. I use it to store my files. I don't edit using my laptop because my hands don't work that well. I do everything on my phone, but my laptop is also very important. It was a gift from a cousin of mine many years ago. Here you see my lift. I have talked about it in previous videos. my Hoya lift. That is where we put it, but when it's time to use it, we just pull it out because it has these tiny caster wheels. We just pull it out and we can take it wherever we need to take it, whether outside, whether in other places in the house. It's very portable as long as you don't have to take it for long distances. Now this is my bed. It's a 5x6. I've changed bed a couple of times during my time, especially since the accident. I started with a small hospital bed, and then I graduated into another bed, and then now this bed. The mattress is the interesting story about it, because I had a mattress before. So something that I didn't know about mattresses before the accident is that a bad mattress can give you pressure sores. And I didn't know this. When I bought this bed, or when I made this bed, I went for the high density mattress, and that proved to be a very wrong decision, because just a few weeks later I developed one of the worst pressure sores that I have had in a few years. So I had to go back to the drawing board, and I saved a lot of money, and then I went for the Dr. mattress, air mattress, which has been very beneficial to me, and since then I've not experienced any pressure sore. So if you have a disability that affects your mobility or ability to turn in bed, consider the Dr. mattress, air mattress. It is something that I have used, and it's something that I can vouch for. On top of my bed is a blanket that I use from time to time, not from time to time, but every evening, when especially during this time when it tends to get very cold. I always need to have this blanket next to me, because my body does not generate its own heat, so I tend to get very cold. When it gets cold, I get very cold. So I always have to have a blanket with me. Even in the car, we have a blanket there that I always have, even when I'm traveling. And that is a durag that I have been wearing recently. And then this is the curtain that I was talking to you about. So initially, the idea was that I would have this one big room, but it would be partitioned using these curtains. Maybe Mom, you're going to show them the metal rails there. It cuts the room almost by half, so that way I would have like a bedroom and a living room, and this is how it would work. So, and I used them for in the beginning. I would use them every night. So you would just pull and this was my mom's invention, or my mom's idea, that you would pull the curtain from that side, you would pull these ones from this side, and at the end you would have, in your bed you would have like a small cubicle of darkness that you would sleep without interference, because sometimes it can be hard for people to sleep in a big room. Have you heard stories of people who have had trouble sleeping in rooms that are too big? So this was the idea, to make my sleeping area a bit smaller. So yeah, that was the idea, the whole idea of having the curtains. So now we are going to close the curtains, and then we are going to proceed on with the house tour. So Tai is going to close them. No? Open. Is it close or open? Yeah. Open them, yeah. So yeah, that's how it used to work. That's how it was meant to work. Usually these days we don't really use them, but I'm sure over time we are going to find other ways of using these curtains. So if you've been attentive around the room, then you'll realize that I have a lot of paintings and artworks, but all of them have been made by the same artist, a friend of mine here in Nakuru. I have seen people tell me that I should pull them down because according to them they don't look good, but they are very precious to me, and that's why I keep them. And it's always like a good conversation starter, because people are curious, what does this painting mean, or what does this represent, or who made it, and what materials were used to make this painting. So that is the main reason why I still keep my paintings, and we should try and just have some respect for how people decide to decorate their houses, because your house is a very personal space, so people shouldn't really be interfering and poking their fingers into your design choices. You might have an opinion, but don't really push people to like the same things you like. So next, I didn't talk about my TV. This is a Skyward 55-inch, which I got last year. This is my second TV in this house. The first TV got fried just like my sound system. I don't know if it's bad luck. I don't really know, but this is my second TV, and now my sound system. This here is my main seat or couch. Is it a couch? Or just my seat that I rarely use, but it's something that when my visitors come, they always enjoy. I made it. I had seen the design in one of these design TV shows, and I really wanted it. I wanted something rusty and modern, and that's why I went for this design. It has gone through many rebirths and recreations, but I have had it since 2019, and it took 2 weeks for it to be made and for it to be in this state that it is. People always think that it is hardwood. It's not really hardwood. It's just normal wood, and then we stained it. But it's a very heavy chair. It actually doesn't fit through my door. It has to be taken apart for it to fit. But I wanted something rusty, something sturdy, and I think I got it, and it's long enough. It's 6 feet in length, so you can turn it into a bed. I think a few friends of mine have spent a night there, maybe 1 or 2 times. And then next, I have this red chair here, which was given to me as a present by my grandmother. I was told that this chair was bought in the 1980s. The material had worn out because of tear and wear. So I had to, this is some repurposed material that my mom had from a project she was doing. So I just repurposed the red. Originally it was all black, but I repurposed the red leather. And I feel like it turned out great. It's a very comfortable, the most comfortable, I think, seat in the house. It has made of springs. It has springs at the bottom, so people really enjoy coming and sitting on this chair. And on that side, that is where I have like my Wi-Fi router, and that sort of lamp stand is something that I bought some few years ago. I was just going through the supermarket and someone was selling them outside, and I thought, why not? It felt like something rustic and something unique. And again, this is another art piece by my mom. We came to realize later that these are called dream catchers in some communities, but from her, this was just an art piece. Again, a very good conversation starter when people come, because they're usually curious to know, what is this? Who made it? What does it represent? It has the feathers as well. These were the COVID 2020 projects that we still have till today. These are adjustments that my mom had made to the house to make it accessible and more livable for me. So this was meant to be somewhere that I would hook exercise in gear. So maybe if I want to exercise my arms, I would hook pulley there, and I would do that. If there's something I need to pull, I would pull from that elevation. And we also have solar. This is what I usually use, because if you have watched some of my previous videos, you'll you will know that we have a lot of blackouts here at home. So rather than staying in the darkness, we decided why not get maybe some solar panels, some solar lights, and that we'll be using them when the electricity is not on. But we also use them even when the electricity is on, and it's very good to save some the electricity bill. So another thing that I would want to show you are some of my prized possessions. This is a hat that was given to me by a friend who I attended the Mandela Washington Fellowship with, and she's from Burkina Faso. Funny story or interesting story, she came to visit when she was attending another meeting here in Kenya, and she drove all the way from Nairobi to Nakuru to just come and see me, and this was one of the gifts that she brought me. And then when the program ended last year, the thing that I asked my fellows to give me as presents were flags of their countries. So these are various flags of Africa. We have Ethiopian, the Ethiopian flag, the Mali flag, Burkina Faso flag, the Zimbabwean flag, and so many other flags here that I like to show off to my friends when they come. And it's always, again, something that we can talk about, something we can learn from each other, and again, my prized possession. Now we are going to go, now that I think we are done with the house, we are going to go to the bathroom, which is the only other room that I have in this house. And there you're going to see where I shower, my closet, and all the other interesting things. So before we get into the bathroom and I show you where I shower and my little closet and everything that goes on within this space, I wanted to show you something that is also very special in our family. And this is we have been recording my brother's height, my brother's Ty's height, since he was 8 years old. So you can see this is where it started 8 years ago when I moved into this house, and it has gone. You can just see how tall he has grown within very few years. Within 5 years, he has grown that tall. Now as a 13-year-old, he is almost 6 feet tall, and this is his house. Not his house, his room. That is where he sleeps, so he's my sort of my roommate. So now let's go and see the bathroom. So my bathroom is a very small space, but I'm very lucky to have this space because I'm able to organize some of my personal stuff and medical stuff. And I would want to say that with my mom's and my dad's vision, I think it really helped me because I needed a big space where not only did I have a roll-in shower, but also where I could have a space for my closet and all these other things. So this is my commode wheelchair. So when I want to shower, when I want to go to the shower, if you have seen that video, this is what I use, and this is where we put it. And then this is my traveling wheelchair, my foldable power wheelchair. This is where we also put them. Because of space, we need to do as much as we can with the little space that we have. And then coming on this side, we have this initially was my first TV stand that was a gift from my mom, and that is where we put the wheelchair chargers and all the other cords that we are not using at the time. And that is the basket where I put the dirty clothes. So right now it's a bit full, and yeah, we need to make sure those clothes are clean. And that side you'll see my closet area. That is where I have my clothes, my shirts, my trousers, that is basically where my clothes are. Okay, and squeezed somewhere there in the corner is my shoe rack. That is where I have all my shoes. I have a couple of shoes, most of which I don't wear nowadays, but yeah, you still need to keep them safe from the dust. And yeah, that is where I usually place them. It's getting harder and harder to get to them because the corner is becoming a bit too crowded, because there are a lot of things that need to be need safekeeping, but we don't have the space. So here we have a suitcase which contains all my jackets and all my heavy jumpers. And on top of that suitcase, we have a couple of diapers that I've been using. That is also where we store them. And thank you so much to all the people who have been making donations towards me and helping me out to get these diapers. And now this, ladies and gentlemen, is my bathroom. Officially, this is where I come and shower maybe once or twice a week. And this is my shower. It looks a bit unfinished because it is a bit unfinished. When the house was made and when I moved into the house, there was a miscommunication about where the shower was going to be set. And initially this was where it was, but the water was not getting there and we had to make adjustments. We have a hot water shower here, but because of the blackouts, most times we are using water from the bucket to shower. So this was very important to us to have like a space where it's going to be enough for me to come roll in here with my wheelchair. And these days that we have a lift, we actually bring the lift inside. We are going to be doing an updated version of my morning routine, and we are going to be using my lift in that video so you can see how different it is. So yeah, that is nothing more to see. This is where we place our, we have kind of modified here. That is where we put the soaps and the shower gels. And yeah, I don't think there's anything more interesting to see. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. It wasn't a big room, or there wasn't too much to cover, but I still hope you have enjoyed the video, and I hope it has made you feel like you know me a bit more as I continue to give you content here. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video if you have enjoyed it. It's very important if you like the video because it always pushes out the content to more people. So make sure you leave a like and make sure you engage with the content through maybe even leaving a comment or sharing it. But for now, that is all. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. And yeah, thank you for the support so far, and see you on the next one.